Tinubu to nominate Ayedatiwa's deputy as president picks Akure man. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Barely 48 hours after taking the oath of office as the substantive governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa may face another battle over the choice of his deputy as he prepares to hit the ground running. Indications emerged on Thursday that Ayedatiwa, who succeeded his principal, Rotimi Akeredolu, in office following his death, was already under pressure to name the deputy governor who would assist him with governance in the state. Daily Trust gathered that the choice of the deputy governor might be an uphill task for Ayedatiwa, considering his experience and that of those who stood by him, especially during the political crisis and bickering that led to his eventual emergence as the governor after Akeredolu's death. As the hot race began, impeccable sources revealed that Ayedatiwa, who is still keeping his cards to his chest, might likely pick his deputy from the remaining members of the cabinet, who are loyal to his cause during the move orchestrated by lawmakers of the assembly to remove him from office. One of the sources who pleaded not to be named said the governor was already exploring all the options before him by either picking his deputy from the Ondo Central Senatorial District or Ondo North Senatorial District, which is the same zone of the late Akeredolu. More importantly, the source revealed that Ayedatiwa, who had begun early consultation with some political stakeholders and think tank groups both between and outside the state, was being careful on his choice of the deputy based on his calculation to contest the governorship seat in 2024. Ayedatiwa, who hails from Ilaje in the Ondo South Senatorial District, had been eyeing the Alagbaka governor seat before he and his late principal fell apart. Recall that Ayedatiwa had faced a political crisis and the battle of impeachment following his alleged disloyalty to his late boss, as the assembly led by its speaker Olamide Oladiji slammed him with 14 allegations of gross misconduct, which include abuse of office, with actions likely to bring down the Ondo state government, financial recklessness, and publications in print media by media aides, maligning the credibility of the governor. It was further learned from sources in the cabinet that those being penned for the deputy governor seat in the State Executive Council are the Commissioner for Energy and Water Resources, Mr. Razak Obe, and the Chief of Staff of the late Governor Akeredolu, Mr. Ulugwenga Ali. Obe, who hails from Ilaramoki in Ifedora local government area of the state central, was one of the few members of the cabinet who stood by Ayedatiwa after he exposed through the service of forensic experts how the signature of a late governor was forged by some cabals within the cabinet to tamper with official documents and the state treasury. The Commissioner for Energy and Water Resources, who is now being referred to as the star boy for exposing the cabals in the cabinet, was among the few members of the State Executive Council who refused to sign the vote of confidence passed on the late Akeredolu on November 16, 2023 by the Council. Ale, who is from Owo North, the same town with late Governor Akeredolu, is the current chief of staff allegedly sidelined by the kitchen cabinet of Akeredolu, who also accused him of disloyalty to his former boss after falling sick and refused to quickly hand over government while still on sick bed. Already, those pushing for Ali as the deputy governor of the state claimed that the political equation in the state will still be balanced and serve as a compensation for Akeredolu, who could not complete his tenure before he died. But as the chess game over the deputy governor seat began, an insider in the government told Daily Trust that President Tinubu, who had long been showing interest in the policies of the state, had already waded in over who deputizes Ayedatiwa. The influence, according to the insider, came on Thursday when Tinubu summoned Ayedatiwa to a late private meeting at the president's Ikoyi residence in Lagos, where the race for the deputy's governor seat was extensively discussed. He revealed that the president, although frowned at some actions of Ayedatiwa shortly after the demise of Akeredolu, noted that the shopping for his deputy should not create another political crisis in the state. The shopping for who become the deputy governor obviously has begun, but President Tinubu has intervened now by summoning Ayedatiwa to a private meeting yesterday, Thursday night in Lagos. The names rumored in the state are outside the cars of Tinubu as I speak with you. He wants someone who would not give Ayedatiwa another crisis in the state because it is glaring that the president has his full eyes on Ondo politics, and he also wants his men, especially those who will carry on the legacies of late Governor Akeredolu. Do not forget how the presidential pen this tribute to condole the family of Akeredolu over his shocking death a few days ago. He actually has Akeredolu in his heart, considering how the former governor stood tall and fought gallantly when the ruling APC was also shopping for its presidential candidate in the presidential election. He said, as the people await the choice of Ayedatiwa's deputy, Daily Trust findings further show that the leadership of the All Progressive Congress APC might be planning to settle down for Ifedayo Abegunde, the Executive Director, Corporate Affairs on the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), recently appointed by President. Abegunde hails from Akure. Abegunde, popularly known as Abena, was secretary to the state government (SSG) during Akeredolu's first term in office. He, however, fell out with the former governor shortly after the primary and was not retained in office in the second term. A source on the party hinted that the presidency with the backing of the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, may succeed in influencing the deputy governor seat in favor of Abegunde. Amena is among the choice of the presidency for the deputy governor seat and is also being considered, but how Tinubu and the party in Abuja want to work their way for his acceptance is what we do not know yet, but he is not the wrong choice. I know Ayedatiwa is under pressure over the choice of his deputy, but the decision of Tinubu over the slot for the seat would also go a long way, as the people await the announcement by early next year, he said. When contacted for reaction, the chief press secretary Ebenezer Adeniyo, who just assumed office, said his boss was never under any pressure to appoint his deputy, noting that he would do the right thing at the appropriate time. Adeniyi, however, declined further comment on the battle for the deputy governor seat. As the battle for the deputy governor seat hots up, a new religious group, the Muslim Media Watch Group of Nigeria, MMWG, has demanded that Ayedatiwa deputy must be a Muslim. The group, which recalled that a past administration in the state appointed Muslims faithful as their deputies, claiming that appointing a Muslim would balance the policies of religion and enhance tolerance and peace in the state as Ayedatiwa settled down for governance. All right, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.